hands-free. Okay, I have been doing a lot of research lately and a lot of research today on postpartum meal prep. Barron's been chopping a bunch of wood.
Look at our pile.
It's a good pile, Barron. So good. Wow, what a nice day. Meal prepping for postpartum is one of my greatest anxieties in having a baby. For some reason, I feel like I just want to have enough food so that Barron and I can really rest and relax and enjoy our new baby without having to think about what we're going to be eating. I've never meal prepped before. Absolutely was not something that we could do in the Scamp or A-frame. So I don't have any, like a backlog of containers for meal prep. I've gathered some here and there. Some people from the baby registry taught us some. And I also don't have a ton of recipes, but I did just get the book, The First 40 Days, and there's some great traditional postpartum healing recipes in there. And I just want to make stuff that we really like. Today, I'm gonna use this KitchenAid for the first time. It was picked up on our baby registry by Vicky. Thank you so much, Vicky. I cooked a whole chicken this morning that we're gonna eat today. Right now, I'm gonna make some bagels, and I have a huge batch of bone broth going in Lindy's slow cooker.
What do you got there, wife? Oh my goodness. Is that a stand mixer?
It is.
Is it everything you've ever wanted?
I think so. First time I've ever used one. Look at that! Oh my goodness, Pilot. That's so nice. Wow, Pilot. I just took them out of their water bath. I put some cheese and garlic into all of them. They don't look beautiful, but they'll taste beautiful. He said, I don't get it. Why aren't you sharing?
I'm trying to make him like me. I know you've been feeding him something because they shouldn't like you as much as they do. We've been hiking all morning. We've seen loads of deer tracks. The tag we have is only for whitetail, and we're kind of like, right now, a little bit more in mule deer country, but we're seeing loads of whitetail tracks, and we followed a lion's tracks in most of the way today. Not like intentionally, but he was crisscrossing the trail the whole way in. The weather is like fairly brutal, but it kind of perfect for hunting. Like we have fresh snow on the ground, so we can cut tracks pretty easy. With it being cold and overcast, the deer won't go into like a normal daily pattern. Like it's midday-ish, kind of like late morning. Normally they'd probably be bedding down, but since the weather's like this, they might be up moving around more, which kind of works in our favor. It's not looking super good. It's snowing pretty heavy. Yeah, so many variables have to line up just right to make it happen. And none of us are like super flippant when it comes to the shots that we take. So it's got to be like we feel very confident in a shot to take it because we don't want to like wound an animal or anything. So we're pretty selective in the shots we take. With all that said, like that means that you don't get to shoot a whole lot. Like I haven't had a shot this trip, although I've had multiple deer in my crosshairs, but I just wasn't quite close enough on some of them. And then a lot of them ended up being mule deer when we got close enough to differentiate between species, which is often very difficult at long range, especially if you can't see their butts. Mule deer have like a big white butt, and whitetails have less of a big white butt until their tail flags up. So we got one. Tyler got one down. Oh, fantastic. Oh, perfect. I think this is our spot for tomorrow.
Let's go get headlamps and stuff.
Okay. Good shit, bro.
We knew I dropped it.
Hello. The kitchen is an absolute disaster right now, but for good reason. I've been meal prepping all weekend. I have stuff in the freezer. I have stuff in the fridge. I have stuff waiting to be vacuum sealed. I have stuff waiting to be made. I have stuff in the Instant Pot right now. We're going hard. Dogs are asleep. Cats are ready to party. You're always ready to party, huh? I don't know how many people care about postpartum meal prep, but I have a feeling a lot of people care about marshmallows. So I'm gonna make marshmallows for the first time ever. They just sound so good. For all of those who doubt these kitties, I saw them eating a chipmunk a few days ago. You're my good working kitties. This countertop eating situation is temporary. We just don't have a spot high enough to keep Pilot out of their food. Okay, marshmallow time. First, I need to look up directions and a recipe. Oh, is everybody okay? Okay, see, now the food's on the floor, so everyone can eat it. This is fabulous. And we're back. We still don't have lights in our kitchen, just this headlamp on my head. This is the mostly bloomed gelatin patty. This is maple syrup, water, and salt, and vanilla. Okay, put this in. Ah, that's really high. I feel like you are done. The mallow into the tray. He is looking lumpy and not quite like the videos. Yeah, actually that looks quite terrible. We'll see what he looks like tomorrow. Barron's gone on a hunting trip right now, by the way. I was very excited for him to go. But James and Doreen came over and brought me dinner. They spent a couple years living in Mexico many years ago. How many years ago? I don't know how many years ago. They lived off-grid, and Doreen said that they had 2 buckets for washing dishes. I had brought just one in earlier that day for doing all my postpartum meal prep cleaning. She said, oh yeah, I just had two buckets that I'd wash dishes in. I haven't yet tried using 2 buckets, but man, I don't know why haven't I done this sooner? Of course, we're just about to get our sink installed, so I won't need to do this anymore. Cool, so this is not like working with caramel or something. This dissolves immediately, which is what I would expect it to do in my hot chocolate anyway. I just poured this bucket of water outside for now. Once our sink is hooked up, it'll go down the drain. I have put the lumpy mallows into the fridge. I wasn't really wanting to eat one tonight anyway. I'm focusing a lot on my protein intake and not sugar. I actually have my protein and yogurt kind of cheesecake right here that I was snacking on a little bit. I've been trying to eat protein right before I go to bed because it seems to help me sleep through the night easier. And now I've really put this needed supplement to the test. I talked about it a few videos ago. I had just gotten it. Loved it. It's a chamomile sleep and relaxation support. I've been using it ever since. And I guess there were so many of you who wanted to try this out after I mentioned it that the company reached out to me and they want to sponsor this video, which is so cool. You guys know we haven't had very many sponsors on the channel, and this feels so good to be sponsored by Needed because it's a company that I purchased myself and I really love on my own. They did send me another container of this sleep and relaxation support, and I bought myself another one. That's how much I've really been enjoying this stuff. Chamomile flower extract, L-theanine, L-glycine, and magnesium as, magnesium gluconate, magnesium citrate, and magnesium taurate. For me, this is not something that puts me to sleep in a kind of weird melatonin-y way. I guess I don't really take melatonin. But for example, I made this tea one night and didn't finish it and woke up and drank it the next morning and felt great. The chamomile is so calming and the magnesium is an excellent sleep and relaxation support. Unless it is super, super late at night, which would be about 8 o'clock. I have this every single evening before I go to bed. I try not to drink this too late just to prevent one of the 15 Ps that I get up for every single night. I'm really excited that I found this stuff because it's also breastfeeding safe. So I'm going to be drinking this for quite some time, I'm sure. If you want to check it out, because of this sponsorship, I get to give you a 20% off discount code, whether it's a one-time purchase or a subscription purchase. So do check that out. Link is down below. Oh, I'm working on a teddy bear for some new friends. But I may have messed up the head. The head seems absolutely disproportionate to the body. It's a little late this evening for me to redo the head, but I think I will tomorrow. I can't imagine giving this to someone and saying, I hope you enjoy this bear head and its tiny body. So yeah, I think I'll fix it tomorrow. Good night. He doesn't sleep with me like this all night. They actually sleep over there on a blanket. And both the kitties take turns coming to sleep with me throughout the night. Every time I wake up to pee, which is sometimes up to 5 times a night, it's amazing. Like, where does all of that come from? Every time I get up to pee, one of them will jump up and usually be kind of annoying. What do you call it? They make biscuits, but they do it with their nails in my face, which is not ideal. Around 5 a.m., they start getting the zoomies, running around the room, jumping on and off the bed. I either wake up or go back to sleep, and then this one will get up and poop and eventually come snuggle with me under the blankets. Oh, I'm so hungry. I have been putting off getting out of bed because it's pretty cold. Look outside, though. We got a little dusting. Not much, but a little dusting. Stunning. I gotta go pick up Barron later today from Tyler's house after his hunt. They're driving back down to Colorado, 8 hours. They were only up there for 3 full days. Tyler got a deer. They're out hunting this morning, right before they leave. So, crossing fingers. That Barron and any of the rest of them, there's a group of 8. That any of the rest of them tag out as well. But because I have to leave the house today, I have to take a shower. And because our shower's not finished, our indoor shower anyway. Oh, there's little bandita. I have to take a shower outside. The earlier the better. So let's do this. Hi. Hi, little bandit. Hi, pretty kitty. Good morning, baby sweet. Good morning, Barlad. Hi. Hi, baby. Hi, little man. Stop. Hey, that's enough. How you doing, camper? Hi. Let's get a fire going, huh? Let's get a fire going. Go. Go on. You want to go outside? Go. Good girl. Every time it snows. Get your toy, Pilot. Get your toy. Get your toy. There we go. It tastes like a marshmallow! It tastes just like one, but without the texture is different. It doesn't feel as dry and rubbery. It melts in your mouth kind of like cotton candy. Oh! My frother died. All I've got is this immersion blender. So much for the aesthetics of this shot. They said happiness was lots of money and nice cars and a big house, but they were lying. This is happiness. For the first time ever, and of course it happens when Barron's gone, our solar system is dead. It's dead. Dead. Don't be stupid, Elsa. You're 8 months pregnant. Should not be going out onto the roof. Barron's gone. I'm here alone. We have a refrigerator and a freezer that we have to keep operating. I live off grid. I signed up for this, okay? Oh my god, it's real slick. Okay. Watch this. This is so safe. Well, I'll just stay on my butt the whole time, you know? That's what this sweatsuit is for. Cleaning the roof. It's so slick. Crimping onto the roof screws to get back up. Oh my god. Well, this is actually fairly desperate. Where'd they go? Come on, you used to climb. I am literally using the roof screws to get back up here. But I did it. Freaking did it! Okay, this has turned into quite an eventful day. The system was at 95% when Barron left a few days ago. We're bringing in 0.5 kilowatt now, which is about 500 watts. That's plenty of solar coming in, and hopefully pretty soon the battery will charge up. At least a little bit, just to be able to keep the freezer cold and stuff. And since the shower is plugged into the main solar system, I guess I won't be able to shower outside today. Ah, shoot. I'll have to save it for another day. This is a confusing issue because I have hardly used any solar, and 3 days of clouds. We designed our system so that that shouldn't affect things. We should still have a very strong solar system with 3 days of clouds. Anyway, this kind of sucks. There's something going on. It's not a user error. Yes. Travis said, shut these guys off. Man, this beeping is gonna make me go crazy. I'm so annoyed. My face is red because I'm flustered. I was waiting as long as I could to plug in this generator, sitting out here. Should have done it as soon as any of this happened. Okay, I know. This inverter has been beeping from 9 o'clock. It's 3 p.m. That beep has been happening in the side of my ear for 6 hours straight, and I was about to lose my ever-loving mind. Only issue was I have no abdominal muscles, so I couldn't get the generator to start. I'm sitting here probably coning my poor little belly to death, separating my abs. Finally got it to work. Got on the internet, figured out what the issue is, stopped the beeping. Now I have no excuse not to take an outdoor shower. So I'm gonna do it. Cool off, put my feet up, and chill the heck out because I am about to lose it. About to frickin' lose it. Okay, the sun came out for just a little bit today though. Look, blue sky, everything's great. I haven't filmed a whole lot of how much of a pain in the butt today's been. Troubleshooting solar with Barron on the phone with no internet. There have been easier things in my life to have happened. I brought wood in 3 separate times today because our first thought was that we got to keep the house extra warm to keep the batteries warm. Batteries were not cold. And in my normal body, this would be no big deal. I could run around the house, in and out, get on the roof, get off the roof, like do all this normal, but it's obviously extra frustrating being pregnant and not being able to operate at the normal capacity that my body typically is. So I'm just extra frustrated. This whole day is a representation of our video of off-grid life as a scam, or whatever it's called. Living off the grid is not dreamy like people make it out to be. It is so common to hear people say, my dream is to get land, my dream is to build my own home, my dream is to have my own off-grid property. But I think those people who say that, while it is an awesome dream, and it is beautiful, and it is wonderful, I think a lot of people truly don't understand the work that goes into living this way. If the solar system isn't dead, the water is leaking. If the water is not leaking, we ran out of food, and there's too much snow on the ground to go to the grocery store. If it's not the weather being bad, the car got pack rats. You know, it's just relentless, constant work. But we do this work for ourselves so that we don't have to work for someone else. And this is our choice, our preference, so that we don't have to live in an apartment complex surrounded by 100 people. While the workload is high, stress can be very high, our peace is just as high when things are going well. Which is typically, most of the time things are great. At least today started out happy with my homemade marshmallows. I'm gonna make a second cup of cacao and end it happy. Because why not? Oh my God! The gas! There's no more gas in the generator. I got this. Oh! Come on. Yes! Yes!
Hello, I am back from my hunting trip and our solar kit isn't working. So now what I'm thinking might be the issue is somehow our batteries have gotten slightly out of balance. So I need to pull them apart so I can put chargers on the batteries individually to get them up to the same voltage. And it's kind of not intuitive with like lithium iron phosphate batteries specifically, like their operating voltage is something like 13.5 to like 12.9. So it seems like a battery that has 13.4 volts and then the battery next to it having 12.9 volts would be like 5 or 10% difference. But in fact, the difference between 13.4 and 12.9 is like 80%. So a couple of our batteries are pretty far out of whack and I need to bring them back up to where all of them are sitting around 13.4 because that's what the highest battery's at. It's not a huge deal. This would be not a big deal at all if we were on the grid, but since we're off grid, I can only use 2 of the chargers at a time on our generator. So it's gonna take a lot of running the generator to get these batteries caught back up. And in the meantime, we're using our old solar kit just to get by on. Yay, welcome home. Oh my God, I'm gonna freak out. Okay, now this battery is ready to charge. I got my charger right here and the generator is rolling. Let's see what happens. It says it's 13.2 volts. That is higher than the reading that I get with my multimeter. It was 12.9 with my multimeter.
Why is this? Are the lights? Do we have to go back through and reconnect all the lights to the Starlink?
Yeah.
One by one?
Probably, yeah.
Oh, because it needs a password now.
Hello, happy morning. I didn't film a whole lot of charging batteries last night because charging batteries or watching batteries charge is about as riveting as watching paint dry or grass grow. But I did break a bolt, so I need to go buy new nuts and bolts, or just one is all I need, but I'm gonna buy a bunch of extra in case this ever happens again. Typically wouldn't be a big deal at all, but I need to drive like 45 minutes each way to the hardware store. So it's things like this that just like put us back a half a day, you know? Big homie camp, so you want to go on an adventure. So here we go, bud. We were a little cold. I had to sit on my lap. It's 10 degrees out right now, which is cold, but not as cold as like a Midwest 10 degrees like when I was hunting. That was very cold. It's been interesting lately having to switch between several different trades that I really don't understand, like, to begin with. Like, it's not like I'm good at plumbing or I'm good at tile or Cadillac or like electrical or solar, but I'm having to like modulate between those things. and it's taking a lot of mental bandwidth. I feel like I can't really focus on anything intellectual as much, like writing or doing those types of things, because all of can't be gonna let me drive, bro. I'll get him out of my lap when we get to somewhere that is not safe. Thank you all for your concern. Like, I was working on the bathroom, and that was primarily plumbing, but then it's like carpentry and tile as well. And then I've been wiring the house, and then now I was switching my brain to the cabinets in the kitchen when while the last pieces of Tadillac were in shipment. But then our solar goes kaput, so now I gotta like go back to thinking in the solar space, and it's just they're fun problems to solve, and I'm not like trying to complain, but it's pretty overwhelming. Like, I'm not really like professional at any of this stuff, and I can do it decently if it's like my entire focus, but when I'm having to switch between different things and learn whole different things in the meantime, I don't know, it's just fairly difficult. I cannot wait till our daughter's big enough to have one of these. In other news, Camp has thoroughly enjoyed the car ride. Right, Camper? You having a good time? Yeah. Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice adventure. I got you a sody.
Thank you. My favorite. We're just eating our breakfast.
Oh, good. Are you sharing?
No, he would like that.
I bought it. Okay, I just got everything charged and plugged back up. So we're gonna go switch the breakers on. Okay. Hello. There's batteries on. There's solar on. There's AC. There it goes. 1.5 kilowatts is 1,500 watts. That should hopefully climb a little more because we still have good sun for a couple hours.
I can't keep the cat out of this pot.
These are some sleepy bellies. Sleepy bellies here. Brother and sister, huh? Sweetest.
Yay, it's snowing. Look how beautiful. We're heading to today to process the deer that Tyler shot while they were on their hunting trip. We have loved to process wild game ever since we learned how to do it. Oh, with Brad and Lindy. It feels so rewarding to know exactly where our food comes from and to put in the work to make the food edible. I think this might be the first time that Tyler and Kelsey have processed their own meat.
I think so. I don't know for sure.
They're really good at cooking wild game, that is for sure.
They're really good at hunting it.
Yes. So this should be a fun day.
It feels like we get to be the experts.
For once in our lives.
Yeah, we know what we're doing. We've done this exactly twice.
We have the back seat loaded up with the grinder, the vacuum sealer, knives, table, and the camera for YouTube.
Let's go, dude. This is gonna be such a good time. Yay, wildgame.com. And it's a beautiful and safe day for a long drive. Tyler, what have we here?
This is the heart from the deer we just harvested. We smoked it. It's kind of like a tradition to be like the first thing that we eat when we harvest something. And it's great with some cheese and crackers.
Is it every animal that you eat the heart first?
Yeah.
pronghorn and everything.
It's
Yeah.
like goes back like a long way, right? Like when they killed an animal, it was normally the first
Right.
thing they.
Yeah, totally. And unless like the heart was hit and we exploded the heart or something,
Yeah.
we wouldn't. But I didn't ever eat heart until like I don't know, a few years ago. Like I didn't grow up. My dad never like harvested any of the organs, and it's the most meat-like organ that there is. So let's give it
Yeah.
a try. And we smoked it, and it was awesome. It was super good. And then the next like thing I harvested, I tried liver, and it just wasn't
Not
us.
quite the same.
Yeah. I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I just couldn't stomach it.
Okay, I'll still eat it.
You eat it. You killed it.
Okay. Some cheese. Have you ever tried this cheese?
I don't know. What is it? Oh, that's my favorite.
Oh,
This
is
is
it?
my favorite cheese.
The
Yeah.
raw,
I did get. I've never had it.
Is it- It's good.
delicious.
Yum. That's real good.
How would you describe the flavor?
So it's very smoky. It's like a very tender cut of meat, like a tenderloin or something, but even a little bit soft. There's like no gamey taste or even like bloody taste or anything. I'd say it's just like a soft tenderloin.
You always cook meat so well.
Oh, thank you.
When we cooked it, it tasted like eggs.
Yeah,
This is really nice and smoky and
better.
I cook
really
it
good.
right to 128 and pop it off, put it in some foil, with some butter, and let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes so that it comes up to like 130.
Smoking it is the way.
Yeah, right?
That's
Smoky makes
delicious.
it money.
We had to move it inside because it started snowing. It's getting pretty cold out there too.
Yeah, just load it all on the side
Okay, we're leaving. Hi, I'm finishing this video on the day that you were watching it, and I realized that I don't have an ending. So this is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe. We took the cats today to be fixed, and the vet called with some very hilarious news that I'm excited to tell you about in the next video. Okay, that's it. We'll see you in the next one. Bye!